welcome to the Fire Mind podcast. I'm
Hi.
happy to have you on set.
Oh, it's an amazing pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me here.
Yeah. So Chini is a saxophonist.
Yeah.
He's an instrumentalist. He's into telecommunication and he's a farmer. That's one very interesting thing that I have finally found today. So Jimmy, this is the Farm Mind podcast. I believe you've heard about it, you've read it, or you've seen it somewhere. And I want to get your perception about mindset. What is your perception about mindset?
Basically, mindset, for me personally, mindset is just your way of thinking, perception about things, and just, I think, garbage in, garbage out. What you bring into your mind is basically what you're going to produce. So just watch out what you do with your mindset, what you take in, and what you bring out. So mindset is just the perception, the way of thinking, and
Okay, that's very correct. I believe we all have our own perception, our own definition about mindset that is relatable to you. And I want to tell you, your definition about mindset is very correct. So I will talk about mindset being your state of mind, your state of thinking, how you perceive things, your perception. As I always say, your mindset will either sabotage you or bring about your success. If you look at how you like it, so now let's talk about shrinking yourself. What does it mean to shrink yourself? So shrinking yourself looks like saying less when you have something powerful to say. It's apologizing for your accomplishment. It's downplaying your journey, downplaying your success. It doesn't look like it's you. You always want to please some other person. So sometimes we do it in relationships, we do it at job site, we do it in family settings, anywhere we fear we might be too much, too opinionated, too emotional, too loud, too ambitious. That comes in that you find yourself. Never protects your power. It silences you. Can you agree with that?
definitely.
Do you really agree with that?
Yeah, shrinking is one thing that has been part of people's lives for a very long time now.
Yeah.
And we've gotten to that point where we belittle ourselves. We're no longer able to accomplish the full potentials that we have because we are looking at ourselves small and we don't see that we are greater than what we even think. And many times we shrink ourselves to the point where we start procrastinating. We get to a point where we can't accomplish small tasks because we keep on pushing it and saying, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, and so on and so forth. So shrinking is one thing that has actually destroyed so many people.
Mm-hmm.
You see great people bringing themselves down, looking at somebody and you're just feeling yourself so small, very small.
Exactly.
And it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. And shrinking too brings a lot of envy. Yeah. Shrinking too brings a lot of envy. You get yourself, you know you can't, in your mind, you know you can't get there. And you look at that person and you say, I wish I was there. Yeah. Which is a very terrible state to be. So, like you said, it's a very terrible state.
I think the aspect of being envy and being jealous, these two aspects, it's something that actually it's common with us humans. I think all of us have it. I have it. You should have it.
Yeah.
Now it matters how dangerous it can. It gets how you take on it, how you react to it. So sometimes you might look at somebody and say, "Oh, she has this car. I'd like to have mine." But that's just a side thought that you can always just, okay, fine, I'll have mine in the future. That's a good mindset.
Yeah, but that's positive envy because many times we strive to be as big as the people we are looking up to.
Yeah.
Yeah, to a point it's envious, but that's positive mental.
Yes, exactly, which is very healthy.
Which is very healthy. Now it becomes terrible when you start seeing it as it gets to a point where people actually keep it because they're
That's when you
envious.
get to the competition part of it.
Exactly.
So that's deadly.
Yeah, it's really bad. So
It's not welcome.
for this year, I used to like dimples.
Okay.
So I have a friend who had dimples, so I used to be like, chat. But my sister used to like dimples so much that her children ended up. So that was different. That was one thing that was very nice to me. But now it gets terrible when it's negative, and you just feel like, "Chai, I can just kill this man to have
You
this."
start hating.
You start hating her. This girl can sing so well. I wish I could sing like her. And you start hating her for having been able to sing well. Meanwhile, it took her time to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just.
Okay. This is just aside. This is just aside, and we see how deadly sometimes your mindset can be if you don't put it in check. You need to be able to put your mindset in check always. So, Chini, I just want you to tell us, please. Has there been a time in your life where you felt like you had to shrink in order to please people around you? And why did you do it?
Yeah, I remember there was one time when I was in Lawyer. We started an NGO, we started an organization with a friend, a group of friends. And he was a well outspoken person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was always the tail front of the NGO. And it was something that we did together.
Yeah.
He was always the tail front, he was always there eating up and stuff like that. And I discovered that I was envious because I was not outspoken.
Okay.
Yeah, I shrunk myself because I wasn't able to talk like him. I wasn't able to do the things he does the way he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just kept myself in that bottle. And
You toned yourself
I
down
toned
because you
myself
thought
down.
being humble is
and in the background, the ideas about how the team grows were done by me. I was giving the ideas behind. But now he shines because he could be the one to talk outside. So I shrunk myself. And it got to a point where it was so bad. It was so bad. It affected so many parts of my life. And it got to a point where I didn't believe that I could actually come out and do things.
So that's the cause of shrinking yourself.
Yeah, that's the
because
cause of shrinking myself.
it dealt with
Yeah,
you.
it's
So
actually-
imagine if you were the person that went out boldly with the
Yeah.
ideas, where you would have been today.
Yeah.
But because you had to shrink yourself, you were scared, you felt like, oh no, you need to act whatever was dealing with you, low self-esteem, lack of confidence and all of that.
And it
So
got to a
you
point where even when there was a platform, I couldn't come forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my mindset was, I'm not sure I can talk like this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can do this thing like this person. So it got me really down. So for a very long time, yeah, basically. So I had the experience. In so many different aspects too. Because even with music, I used to have that experience.
And you say that I feel bad. Just you saying how you shrink yourself, I feel bad because there are a lot of people out there that have killed their talent because they felt like, oh, I cannot stand this. And guess what? Some people never get to recover from it. Some people never get to actually build themselves from that.
Yeah.
So we feel like sometimes shrinking also could come as a part of we do that because of cultural setbacks. Maybe because you were taught growing up that, oh, okay, for a girl child, growing up, I did not know that you could tell yourself that I'm beautiful. To me, seeing someone who says that would be like, you're too confident, oh, that's not good. But I got to learn that is you saying that you are beautiful, you
Boast.
the affirmation you give yourself actually boosts you up and makes you to grow much better, makes you to achieve, to go to a higher height.
Yeah.
And that's something the culture growing up made us to feel like, oh, we're not supposed to be that bold. Or imagine a child walks up to you and say something and be like, is a child supposed to tell me this thing? Our culture will tell us that child is very disrespectful. How dare this child talk to me like that? But guess what? I believe in a culture where we need to encourage our children to express themselves more so that they do not shrink themselves. In other words, they don't get to shrink their talent. A child who is probably destined to become a great reporter or a great news
Podcast.
or you get to want to shrink, or you tell the child, don't talk to me like that. As a child, you're supposed to sit quiet when your elders are talking. We hear that a lot
Yeah,
growing up.
it's
They tell us,
something.
sit quiet, don't talk when your elder. But this child is trying to express him or herself. And you're shutting the child, and that child sits quiet for the rest of her life or his life. That's our community makes kids around us shrink so bad. So your shrinking sometimes doesn't even come from you.
Yeah, it comes from outside.
It comes from your family setting. It comes from the relationship you have. It comes from your environment. And you grow up and you lose yourself completely. And because you lose yourself, you are confused. You are in a state of mind where you don't know who you are. We have a lot of youths that don't know who they are. They get to pick who they are from other people, which is very dangerous. So, Mr. Chini, I want to ask you something. As a saxophonist, right? How did you experience the shrinking? How did you outgrow yourself from that? That's what I want to know. Like, give me your experience about it.
Personally, I'm a church boy, so most of my experiences will come from church.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
So, when I started learning because I played the drums.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played the drum. I played the piano. My piano really doubts it. I'm not even sure I'm supposed to say I played them. I tried playing the bass too because I'm really good at the bass. Then I went into the saxophone. Yeah. So getting to the saxophone, all of you know I was in their own day. There is this period of music that enters you when you learn a particular instrument you want to express.
Yeah, then new skills,
Yeah.
maybe you more bold,
Yeah,
become more bolder.
to express.
Yeah.
So it got to a point where, based on the fact that the people playing the other instruments were advanced in that instrument,
Yeah.
it got me thinking like, am I sure I can handle the complexities and because when everybody wants to express on this instrument, if you're not on that same spirit, you just mess up everything. Yeah, so in the church, there are times when I'll be feeling a little bit skeptical about having to maybe play in the church. So I'll just bring myself down. Yeah, I won't want to come out to express. But there were things I could play.
Okay.
But based on the fact that I was doubting myself, I'll doubt myself a lot. I can say that I actually got to a point where I was comfortable on stage when I started playing in a particular somewhere. When I started playing there, I gained that zeal or that confidence to want to express.
Yeah.
So it was something that really, really remarked me and pressed me. That concept of the fact that I'm not good enough to play amongst these people. Yeah. It really got me down to a point. So that's actually one aspect that I can say as a saxophonist I experienced. Yeah.
So how did you come over it? It's not like you woke up one day and you were perfect. Did you ever stop? Of course, I'm not sure you stopped it. How did you get over it? How did you expand from there?
There is this cartoon I used to watch, right? Master Shifu, Panda.
Yeah.
He said, Kung Fu Panda. He said, if you only do what you can do, you will never be more than you are now.
Of course.
Yeah. So the aspect of me not coming out was just for me to come out.
Okay.
For me not coming on stage was just for me to climb on
So
stage.
you challenged yourself.
Yes.
I
just decided that no, this thing is just your head.
Yeah, your mind is wanting to bring you down. You challenged your mind.
And that's one thing. You will feel like you're really down. Meanwhile, people are looking up to you.
I'm telling you. And that's the cause of shrinking yourself.
Yes.
Just people looking up to you, you just shut them down.
Yeah, you shut them down. Their expectations are not met. They know that this guy, you know how to play. What are you doing? Everybody's expecting you to do something, but now in your heart you're shrinking yourself.
Yeah.
You're unable to come out because you feel like you're not good enough.
Yeah.
So I just decided to come out. I just started doing it as often as I could.
Yeah.
Then one thing too is when you start doing it, don't stop doing it. Because that period of you shrinking is not far. It will come back.
I'm telling you, it always comes.
Yeah, it's
you
like
feel like you've killed it, but
yeah,
it's like you feeling like
it takes time. When you jump over that particular scenario, that fear, stay focused and keep on it. Don't try to Don't try to go back to your comfort zone. No.
Face your fears,
Yes.
push
Just
yourself,
keep
get
pushing.
out of your comfort
Exactly.
zone.
Yes.
And imagine you getting out of your comfort zone. It's a lot of effort.
It's a lot.
It's not easy getting out of your comfort zone.
No.
You will have this anxiety,
No.
you have this pride in you, you have questions in your mind. telling you,
Definitely.
And I'm not sure you can do this. Your mind is telling you, I'm not sure you can do this. I'm not sure you can do this. And you challenge yourself and say, I can do this.
Yeah.
And the moment you tell yourself that, you just go on the stage and you start. And the moment one iota of confidence starts coming,
It goes. Yeah. It just pushes.
you're a moving train. You're gone.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
You're gone.
Smith was talking the other time about an experience he had.
Yeah.
I'm just going to contemplate. He said all the good things are found on the other side of fear.
Yeah.
He said the experience he had with Kai jumping
Yeah.
was an experience he could never forget. The fact that he was so afraid of jumping, but when he jumped, from a plane, when he jumped, from that time was bliss. So the possibility of you leaving that point of so much of shrink is just the fact that do it.
Yeah.
Yes, just do it. You just have to do it. There is nothing stopping you from it. What is the worst that can happen? That's it. Because if you ask yourself that, what's the worst that could happen? Is it somebody that is going to shoot me with a stone? Is it somebody that is going to cut my neck with a cutlass? No. So just do it. Nothing will happen. Yes. If somebody laughs at you, just twist it.
Yeah, just it takes a lot of strength to be able to be laughed at and you overlook
It takes a lot of intentionality.
and maturity.
Yeah, and maturity.
Yeah.
It takes a lot. And if you don't build it in your heart, you always go back to that shrinking
And the
state.
moment when you continue to doubt yourself,
Yeah.
you know that mindset that keeps telling you you are not good enough?
Mm.
When you break out of it, when you break out of that mindset, that thinking that, oh, you're not good enough, when you break out of it,
It's something else.
you
It's
are
a
a
bliss.
movie. It's so trickish how it tries to always want to downplay us a lot, and we fall into the trick. All of us we do. Like you said, when you get out of that, it always creeps back.
Yeah.
There's something that makes it creep back. You need to fight it again.
It's just like the Bible says when you cast out a demon. So I'm going to come to that.
No, it's okay.
When you cast out,
7 more,
yeah,
7 more
are
are
going
going
to
to
come
come.
back. So if you fight the first time, if not, just leave it, because you're going to be expecting something worse than what it was before. So
Yeah.
when you fight the first time,
Yeah.
stay on it. When you fight the first time, stay on it. So if you stay back and go back to it, it's 7 more. You're going to be so down that you won't even notice yourself. You won't notice yourself.
Yeah, that says a lot. So we see that when it comes to shrinking yourself, we see that it has a lot to do with so many things surrounding us. It has a lot to do with your environment, with your society. It has a lot to do with your family setting, the environment, the community you find yourself. But now you should be able to pull out strength from it. That is, as in, if you are not able to find that strength within you, no one else is going to find it.
Definitely.
So, in everything that Mr. Chinny and I have said, I hope we can pick it up from here. I hope that we can go home thinking of how we can fight those negative thoughts. We can fight those mindset, the fixed mindset that tells us that we are not supposed to be that bold. We're speaking that you're beautiful, is being proud. No.
Yeah.
You are appreciating God's creature, God's gift. You are telling yourself, I am successful. You worked hard for it. So telling yourself that it's an accomplishment. You don't get to shrink yourself in places because you want others to feel okay. So if you listen to this, if you're someone that you are constantly put down because you tell yourself that you want to fit in into a room, you want people to accept you the way you are, I'm telling you, it is not the right way. If you go to a place that you're not yourself, you're wearing a mask, then you should.
Just
That's not you.
yeah, definitely.
That's not you. That's not shrinking. That's the cause of shrinking yourself. And now we are saying that go out there, expand yourself, accept yourself, be bold, be very bold.
was talking about the fact that you have to, I was just thinking about the fact that being able to accomplish what you have as a talent is an appreciation to God for what He has given you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what you don't appreciate life for, you don't appreciate God for life to take away from you. So maximizing what you have and being able to portray what you have as a talent or as a gift or whatever you have to accomplish is a sign of appreciation.
Do you listen to that?
It's a sign of appreciation.
Don't shrink yourself.
Don't shrink yourself.
Maximize your potential. Maximize what you think you know.
Everything.
Someone might feel you're doing something stupid. That's up to them. You should be bold. That's what we're talking about. Being bold. I am being bold. Just coming up here and doing a podcast. He's being bold being here. We are all being bold and doing our stuff. And it doesn't mean some other person isn't doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Every other person is some out there doing the stuff, but we are doing our stuff. We have a particular people we reach out to. We are not shrinking ourselves and saying that, oh no, this is done everywhere. Oh, everybody has suddenly become this. No. It's an open forum, like I always say. We are here to interact, to share experiences, and we are here to learn from each other. I am here to learn from you. I'm here to learn from Miss Chidi, which I have learned a lot. Trust me. And we know what the cost of shrinking yourself. We have so much potential in us. Let us expand it unapologetically. Stop apologizing for your success. Stop making yourself feel bad because people around you are not up to your level, or someone says something and you want to feel bad. No. Do your work, be nice to people. Do what you think is right, but don't shrink yourself. Be proud of yourself, but you can also be humble. Why? Owning who you are. Own it. I am like this. I'm sorry if you find it offensive, but we are not here to offend anybody. Because we don't also want to encourage the aspect of saying that I was born like this, take me as I am.
Yeah.
That's not what we are doing. Please don't get us confused. Because someone will say, okay, that's what I keep telling people. That I'm like this, I'm straightforward, they should take me who I am. No, there's some bad habits that people cannot take. We don't want that. That's not what we encourage. We're talking about shrinking yourself. Be nice. Be yourself. Own it. I'm beautiful, beautifully made. I am successful. I want to be a billionaire and I'm going to work hard. And those are things we talk about. Owning yourself is the aspect we talk about when we see, right?
Definitely.
Mr. Chidi had difficulties when he started his instrumentalist. He shrinks himself a lot. He puts the ideas on others. We've seen people who have pushed ideas on others thinking they are not good enough to take upon it themselves to do that. And the moment they started doing that, they felt like, wow, I am doing this. You feel accomplished. It gives you some level of fulfillment.
And one thing too I want to add to what you just said is the fact that, like I said, there are people looking up to you.
Of course.
You will be surprised how many people will come and say, when I see you, there's this thing I feel in my spirit.
Yeah.
But now, when you decide to shrink yourself, you're just downplaying the other person because someone is looking up to you. He's having an expectation. But then you are there just pulling down yourself. All the potential that you have, that people are looking up to, but then you're downgrading yourself. So God will judge you.
Of course, you have to be accountable.
Yeah, you be accountable. God will judge you for that thing that you have, that somebody is supposed to look up to and say, no, this is my grandfather. I want to be like him. Yes, because people's lives are tied to yours. Yeah, you're supposed to be the one blessing somebody, but then you're there just
you're doing now to be a man.
Hallelujah. but then you're just there, downgrading yourself, belittling yourself with everything that God has given you. So just look at the fact that people are seeing you as an icon. Like I said, you'd be surprised. One guy met me at my very low point in time. One guy met me and said, yeah, I used to look up to you. I was like, what? Then I knew that I had nothing to offer at that time.
Imagine.
Yeah, I knew that I had nothing to offer at that time. He said, I like the way you do your things. I was like, Are you serious? But then again, at this point in time where I realized that no, people are looking up to me and people are actually seeing that no, this guy has something to offer. I can look up to him. But then again, you shrink yourself.
But you're thinking that you
You're
don't
thinking that they
have
don't have nothing to offer.
People just put a gift to her. Oh my God, we should go down on our knees and tell God, Papa God, have mercy on
I'm
me,
telling you.
forgive me. Right? You should be praying hard for God to forgive you for doing that. So thank you very much, Mr. Chini. I learned a lot from you. Sharing this has actually opened my eyes to a lot of things. I too have had my moments that I have shrinked myself. I too have had moments where I felt that I wasn't good enough and I didn't pay attention to the thing, and it reduced to a certain level. And so I want us to live today knowing this. Your power isn't found shrinking yourself. It's in showing up boldly, owning yourself. So ask yourself, where in my life am I still shrinking? Please, I need you to ask yourself that very question. Where in my life am I still shrinking? If this speaks to you, share this episode with someone who needs it. Subscribe please to our page. Follow us for more. Comment, and share, subscribe, like, and as I always encourage, please comment section. I'll be waiting for you all day. Say something. Let me know that you've watched this video to the end. Let us talk more. Let us share experiences about it, and let's see how we can grow our talent and be a blessing to others out there. So thank you very much, Mr. Cheney. And again, I hope you feel blessed by the show. And I don't want you to go empty-handed. Please, you should take that more as you give. That's you, please. Own it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So that's on to the next show. This is your girl Venita for the Found Mind podcast, and I shall always be there to listen to you, to share experiences. Let us all grow and let our mindset